Hello, very beautiful community. Welcome to my Pop Picks New Year's Eve silliness video. Our first category is going to be Best TV Series. And my pick for Best TV Series is going to be the 1995 BBC Pride and Prejudice version in 6 episodes, starring Jennifer Ely as Lizzie and Colin Firth as Mr. Darcy. It is so exceptionally made that it's implausible that something like that can be made again, because it required an incredibly serious commitment and a big budget from a public broadcaster. I can't imagine Netflix doing something like that today. At the time, the late Martin Amis laid into the series for not being faithful to Austen's text enough, but it's incredibly faithful to Austen's text. It is indeed a romantic comedy, so don't think this is some kind of transcendent, psychologically introspective literary masterpiece conveyed on television. It's not the case. It's a romantic comedy, and it's hugely entertaining and moving and transportational. There's a wonderful sense of tension between the authentic emotion that gets liberated and the constrictive social roles everybody has to play, particularly the women. And you also get a sense of the revolutionary nature of Austen's social description. She is not introspective, but she types people socially and psychologically in a kind of pristinely wonderful and accurate and often eviscerating way. And all of that and more is excellently conveyed in the series. It's really exceptional TV. Now, there are other amazing TV series, but some of them sort of begin to veer into being art, like, for example, Ingmar Bergman's Fanny and Alexander. But my pick resoundingly is going to be the amazing BBC 1995 Pride and Prejudice version. My next pick is going to be Best Pop Song. And my Best Pop Song pick is Nina Simone, 1976 live reading of Feelings. Nina Simone was an extraordinary characterizer, and she also had tremendous rhythmical strength. Her piano playing is rhythmically strong, but not so good in any other department. But she is an incredible actor, an incredible characterizer, and has a wonderful capacity to immediately set the character of a passage of a song, right, from the very first bar of that passage. It's acting of genius. I mean, if you think about the world of classical music and you ask who could characterize better in 20th century classical music than Nina Simone, you could name maybe 5 people. So she is really completely exceptional. That's my first choice. There's quite a few other options, and I thought one of them was Edith Piaf, and there's a 1962 reading by Piaf of La Foule, which really wonderfully shows her strength over transitions, but it's not much really compared to Nina. So Nina Simone, Feelings is my pop song choice. The next category is Best Pop Classical Piece. And here, inevitably, I'm going to pick Rachmaninoff, and I'm going to pick Opus 23, number 5, Prelude. Rachmaninoff was a better pianist than he was composer. And as a composer, he was a pop genius. I think of his work more like I think of an amazing product that a company releases than I do of a work of art. But the products are truly amazing. I do think he is the best writer of sentimental film music in the history of the West, and by far. And what's wonderful about Rachmaninoff is that he understood the banality of his own music, the way nearly everybody who plays him doesn't. Just listen to the opening of Rachmaninoff's own reading of his third piano concerto, which is overwrought with emotion, sentimental emotion in most performances. But Rachmaninoff presents what's actually the character you notice in the score, and that is something like a carriage negotiating fleeting and delightful countryside scenery. And it's with the same sensitivity to not overloading his own music with emotional depth that Rachmaninoff approaches the recommendation that I make in his own performance. It's pop music, and it's great. Best public intellectual book. Clive James, Cultural Amnesia. Partly because I want to stay out of politics for the benefit of keeping this video light. And Clive had two qualities that were wonderful. He had the quality of being incredibly persuasive about the importance of keeping up standards in the culture without being sort of pompous or conservative about it. And he had a wonderful quality that I have a very big soft spot for. And that's when somebody who isn't a philosopher has wonderful philosophical instincts without being or wanting to be a philosopher. And Clive James had that. And the book is just a set of pieces on different important historical characters from the world of politics, from the world of literature, etc. The next category is going to be, all the next categories are going to be YouTube related. So, favorite cooking channel. My favorite cooking channel is Adam Ragusea, because especially of Adam's essay content, because Adam's a wonderful writer, and that allows his channel to be food content that also transcends the food category and becomes cultural commentary. There's a lot of funky, fun, delightful, and hugely entertaining food content out there. For instance, Alexander the Guest, who has exploded in the last year or two on YouTube. But my pick is Adam Ragusea. Favorite classical music creator? I don't think there's any competition here. It's clearly Tiffany Poon, because Tiffany is both the best musician of any classical music creator and the best creator of any classical music creator. So she easily wins, and objectively, actually, she is one of the pianists of the younger generation who is genuinely worth following, completely independently of YouTube. So she totally and utterly dominates the category. My favorite animal channel. As a former pig owner, and I promise I'll show you a video of my pig Hillary. I had two pigs, Hillary and Ruby, when I lived in Tonga. Because of that, I watch pig content. So I follow a pig called Gunter on Instagram. I also follow a pig called Rosie, who's my favorite at the moment. These are two small channels. I follow a big channel of a pig called Merlin. But there's also an awesome channel called League of Pigs. And because that channel follows me and leaves me nice comments, this is going to be my favorite animal channel on YouTube or any other platform. Favorite coffee creator is going to have to be James Hoffman, because I like a few other coffee creators, especially now when I rarely get the time to watch and I rarely get the possibility to enjoy coffee for health reasons. I like James Hoffman because, again, his content transcends the coffee niche. And when I want to get particularly geeky about coffee and something really specific interests me, I might follow somebody like the excellent Lance Hendrick. Best wine channel on YouTube. It's going to have to be Konstantin Baum. And it's Konstantin Baum because of his wonderful combination of authoritativeness and casualness. It's difficult to talk about wine on camera. There is another content creator who doesn't count on YouTube, and that's Erin Larkin, because Erin is an wine critic of the platform, and that's overwhelmingly her main job. And so I'm not going to count her as a YouTuber. So Konstantin wins. This is going to be enough for today, beautiful community. Lots of love, and catch you in 2026.